Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCA Extra. Starting a few minutes late today. Just wanted to get on the horn to talk about, obviously, the recent weather that we've had this weekend. Now, Sophia, you were out in 53 this morning.
I sure was.
I think a lot of people seeing just the not so great road conditions. Obviously, a lot better now. But when you were out there this morning, what were you seeing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The interstate was
Yeah.
okay. There were parts where we weren't able to see the road at all. But overall, there was never a point where it became so slippery that we couldn't pass people, that we were swerving. It was
Yeah.
really once we got off to Route 2 and definitely the back roads where we were seeing a much thicker layer of snow, more wind blowing snow onto the car. That's where we were getting, decreased traction and
Yeah.
visibility. That's where we were really being especially cautious.
Yeah.
But we were seeing more of snow plows like really concentrated on the interstate. So the main artery was okay. It was kind of those side roads where it started to get a little iffy.
Absolutely. And I think at this point, now we're it's like 9:45.
Right.
So I think a lot of that is, alleviated, but a good thing to keep in mind, especially as, still hit the roads today. I know Peter also was saying a good amount of some really high wind gusts as well. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Like you can be driving down any road
You
and
can feel
everything's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the wind blows maybe the snow off the car in front of you if they
Yeah.
haven't fully cleared it off, or there's snow on the trees and then suddenly like you can't see where you're going.
Yeah.
So something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the toughest part of my commute today was just getting out of my driveway. And we drove all over the place. We drove
Yeah.
for hours this morning. The hardest part was getting out of my driveway.
Getting out of my driveway, I feel like getting over the hump of where like the plow left versus like where
Yes.
your driveway is versus the road is. I feel like I was, and then
Yeah.
get off.
You got to
there,
rev
so.
the engine a little bit, get over
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
did struggle yesterday. I was trying to go up the hill because there's like a little hill towards the end of my parking lot, and I was just full pedal to the metal.
Yeah,
So good thing to keep in mind. But
absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. I think I said as far as things go, no, all things considered, not too bad.
Yeah, I
But,
think it's going to look better throughout
Yeah.
the day. Yeah.
We'll loop in Peter, but Sophia, thanks for
Right on.
hopping by.
Yeah, you bet.
That in mind, too, we're looking at some snowfall reports. And Peter, this is one of those things where, look, we've been saying it all day. I've been saying, hey, a lot of snow, a lot of snow,
Yeah.
a lot of snow, a lot of snow, a lot of snow. But now we got some real numbers. We're speaking some truth
We
here.
got some real
Yeah.
numbers, and I
Yeah.
just want to put out the disclaimer that a lot of these totals were from last evening, last night. Excuse me, people still waking up, getting outside, measuring a lot of the wind-driven
Yeah,
snow at this point.
How many yardsticks, coffee cups, wine bottles deep the snow is, or some
So
amateur.
we are going to
Yeah.
continue to get in the better, more up-to-date snow reports here over the next several hours. We'll have those for you at noon, but take a look at some of these impressive totals. Plattsburgh, 15 inches. Johnson, Greensboro, over a foot, picking up 14. Even the Burlington area, Colchester, Williston, South Burlington, all hovering right around a foot of new snow. Underhill right around 9. Stowe right around 9. Peachum picking up 8. Newport right around 6.5. I did get out of the St. J area, so right around Linden. Reports of upwards of 7 inches. Brattleboro picking up right around 4, Rutland 2.8, but again, some of these reports are from last evening, last night, so we're going to continue to get the better, more up-to-date snow reports in, and we'll have those for you here as we head through the rest of the day today. Otherwise, though, we're quieter here through the rest of the day. We'll talk the chance at a few mountain snow showers right along the spine of the Green Mountains out towards the Adirondacks, a few leftover snow showers into the Northeast Kingdom, but that's about it here through the rest of your day on this Monday. Into the day tomorrow, maybe a few mountain snow showers here and there. For the most part, though, we're quieter and drier. In terms of additional snowfall, I think the higher elevations of the Adirondacks, the Green Mountains, could possibly pick up an additional 2 to 4, you might as well say, for most places. Away from that, it's generally a trace, potentially up to an inch or 2. However, take a look out across western New York, right on the shores of Lake Ontario there. They're going to continue to see lake effect snow here through the day today and tomorrow. That could definitely begin to amount to a good amount of additional snow out there. Some of those lake effect snow bands could make it their way into southern Vermont, so portions of Bennington, Windham counties could potentially pick up an additional trace to an inch or 2. The bigger story, though, for the day today, going to be those wind gusts. Highlighted in that purple color, that is a high wind warning. Gusts potentially upwards of 60 miles per hour, especially along the eastern slopes of the Adirondacks and the eastern slopes of the Green Mountains here through the day today. Away from that, we're not out of it by any means. We're going to be talking about winds out of the west between 15 and 25 miles per hour. Gusts potentially upwards of 50 through the day today. So windy, cool, blustery day. Take a look at some of these gusts. As I mentioned, it really is the bullseye. Notice those purples right along the southern, eastern spine of the Green Mountains. That's where we have the best chance of seeing gusts potentially upwards of 60. Earlier this morning, Wind Hall actually reported a gust of nearly 70 miles per hour. So we're going to hang on to that breeze here through the fair share of the day today, even into the overnight hours tonight. Waking up tomorrow morning, still think we could be talking about a few gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour before they slowly start to diminish and back off here as we head towards later tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Keep that in mind when it comes to the real field temperatures as well. Actual daytime highs here for today going to be in the teens above zero. You talk about that nasty breeze. A lot of us going to be talking about wind chills, single digits and teens below zero tonight. Wind chills potentially teens and even 20s below zero here as we head towards tomorrow morning. Not even a whole lot of relief here through the afternoon hours tomorrow. A lot of us still talking wind chills in the single digits and teens below zero as we head towards tomorrow afternoon. 7-day forecast now. We are looking quieter. The bulk of the accumulating snow now over and done with, but we are cold for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Overnight lows pretty close to that 0 degree mark. We are going to keep an eye on Thursday. There is the chance that a few snow showers as a system primarily passes off to our south, but nonetheless, that's something that we'll keep an eye on here through the next several days. Looks like we get a bit of sunshine back as we head towards the end of this week, the upcoming weekend. Temperatures bumping up just a bit back towards the 20s and upper 20s and lower 30s here as we head towards next Sunday.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's nice to have just a bit of I guess, a breather at this point. You know, I think we were inundated with some snow. I was out, I'd say Saturday, probably around, I think it was forecasted around 5 o'clock was when the snow was supposed to start. I was out running, and then I was really trying to beat that snow. And all of a sudden, it was about 4:40.
Yeah.
It started coming down.
Yeah.
And I had to just hightail it.
Yeah, by
home.
Saturday evening, Saturday night, it was coming down at a pretty good clip at times. As a matter of fact, I was just laying on my couch Saturday night, and I was looking out the window.
Yeah.
There's truly something peaceful when you don't have to be out and about in it, and you're just kind of watching the snow fall. It's nice and quiet outside. There was something peaceful about it, but then once you do have to venture outside, and we saw this much snow,
I think that peace kind of ends when you start hearing the plow, you start hearing people yelling.
That's true.
Because I had a little bit.
Or when you think about having to go out and shovel it, or snow blow it, anything like that.
Yeah. But like I said, it's largely over at this point.
Yeah,
you know, and
basically
we're in the cleanup phase.
Yeah, basically largely over and done with. Just kind of still cleaning up from it. Maybe a little bit of light additional snow here and there, but that's about it.
That's about it. Well, Peter, thanks. Of course, we'll see Peter and I again on Channel 3 News at noon.
Yep.
A special little change at noon as well. We're not going to say anything right now. But tune in for that. And, of course, you can see all of our content on WCAX.com. And, of course, all of our evening shows in just a little bit tonight. But until then, stay tuned. Put it that way.